Hey everybody, welcome back to McLovin Garage. On today's episode, I want to show you this 1975 Plymouth Duster. I haven't owned it for very long, and as a matter of fact, it's for sale. My neighbor has a really cool car that I would like to purchase. He said he's close to letting it go, and so this one's gonna make room for that one. It's also gonna pay off a couple other ones, the 66 C10, which you haven't seen on the channel yet other than maybe on Instagram, and the 1968 Plymouth Fury that I just picked up for the channel. That's going to be a channel car. This car is super neat. It's a 225 Slant 6 car. It has a 4-speed overdrive manual transmission. This is the first year that Chrysler Dodge did that in their cars. So it's got third gear is a 1-to-1 ratio, which would be what your typical fourth gear would be in these cars, and then it's got an overdrive. It's a 0.76, I believe, overdriven 4-speed. Really makes the car a nice highway cruiser. It is completely gutless. I call it the slow par, nicknamed by my buddy Donovan. So it is super slow. And the other nickname I have for it is Sleepy. You know how some cars you hear the name of a sleeper, where it doesn't look very fast, but it's got a big engine and can rip off some races. People don't think it's fast. This one looks fast because it's got the hood scoop, rear wing, and the front spoiler. The scoop and the wing I didn't put on it. It was on there previously. I did put the spoiler up underneath because you know, if it's going to look fast, you might as well go all the way. But I call it Sleepy because it is not fast, not even close to fast. So come check this thing out with me if you wouldn't mind. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the channel. YouTube says that that's important, and so I'm just passing that on to you. If you wouldn't mind doing that, I'd really appreciate it. Come on, let's go check this car out. Shot this video yesterday with the Duster, and I was trying to show you guys the outside of the car. I walked around it. I kind of explained some things about it. I used my Canon M50 camera with microphone. Audio's great. Video was not good. Apparently that camera, even though it's got image stabilization inside of it, it just looks really bouncy. It just doesn't look good. And so I thought, I'm going to reshoot it today. But as you can probably hear, it's pouring down rain in Oregon. Typical. We've had a couple breaks in the weather, but I'm going to try to shoot this real quick for you guys because I'm trying to get this video out hopefully this week. I'd like to do the walk around. So we're going to do a walk around outside of this car. I'm hoping the weather will calm down just long enough for me to shoot this for you. But yeah, I shot it yesterday. Didn't go well. So we'll try again today. So let's check this car out together, shall we? All right, I'm going to start inside this time. There's the gauges. Dash is in pretty decent shape. Does have a tear there. Does have one over there as well on the dash. Door panels are clean. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll have to open those. It does have an aftermarket stereo in it, so somebody cut the dash up to make that happen. It's a Pioneer. It's got two 6x9s in the back, so it bumps pretty good. Got some gauges down below. The water and the volts are hooked up. The oil pressure is not. I don't know if that's indicative of not having good oil pressure, but it runs fine. So this is super cool. I was trying to show this to you. Maybe it'll, there we go. Try to block the light. That's the factory overdrive knob. The red is reverse, which you have to pull up on it and then push it into reverse. And then the green says OD or overdrive. So I found that new old stock NOS reproduction. Well, I take that back. I don't think it's a reproduction. I think it was a new old stock that somebody just had never put on a car. Found it on eBay. It does have bucket seats in it. There's the passenger side. The rear bench is in good shape. You can see those 6x9s. The packing tray is also in good shape. Even the headliner is in decent shape. There's a couple spots where it's kind of bowed. They made them out of like fiberboard, I think, is what these were made out of. And it's in good shape. It does have both of the sun visors. There's the mirror. Kind of an interesting steering wheel. I believe it's factory original for the 75. I think they padded them different than they did on the older ones. But that's, yeah, interesting steering wheel. So, ooh, I think it maybe stopped raining. Let's jump outside and we'll check out the rest of the car. Man, it's wet in Oregon today. Here's the door panel on the driver's side. This car was repainted at one point. It used to be, it was factory, it was tan. And you can see now it's a bright yellow. You can see kind of in a few places where the tan's coming through. You can see it right there. I'll show you some other spots, but let's finish the interior. There's the bucket seats, 4-speed. We'll close this door. Let me give you a little overview of the outside. There we go, step back. Pretty cool car, all in all. So we'll walk around it here for just a second and I'll explain a few things. So that spoiler was on it when I got it. The stripes were on it. It had a set of rally wheels on it. I put the Steelies on, and I'll explain that in a minute. It also came with this hood scoop. If the car had been mine prior to those things being put on, I wouldn't have put them on. It's a 6-cylinder car. Yeah, it looks a little cooler. I did put the chin spoiler on it, as you can see down there. That was me, but I figured it already had two go fast looking parts on it, so I would just finish it off with the spoiler. And so yeah, when I got it, the hood scoop is not functional. It's just bolted to the hood. The wing is bolted through the rear of the car. So now if you take them off, you've got holes in the hood and the trunk. And I didn't think that would look good. I think the scoop looks better, even if it's not what I would have done to the car. And honestly, my plan is to put a V8 in the car, and so they would fit in a little bit better with the V8. So there's you can see we're going to back up to the grill. It's got one piece knocked out of it here. I love this emblem. Here's the Slant 6, 225, the leaning tower of power, the slow par. Like I said, it's not fast in any way, shape, or form. As a matter of fact, it barely gets out of its own way. They're supposed to be dead nuts reliable. I've got 2 cars with Slant 6s, and I can't say that they're not. Both of them run well. No issues there. It's got non-power brakes. I put a new voltage regulator in it. It does have, it looks like a new water pump before I got it. Optima battery. It does have electronic ignition. You can see that looks like a pretty new box there. The rest of the electronic ignition parts are over there. Got the small 6-cylinder radiator in it. It stays cool. It got a little warm this summer, but nothing major. It does have power steering though, which is nice. It's got drum brakes all around. You can see where that hood scoop was bolted in. 3 bolts across the front, and I think, yeah, there's 2 in the back there. So yeah, that was bolted in. This one actually looks like it might be coming out. I wonder. Oh, it's tight. So yeah, there's the engine. Does have a cracked windshield. It goes all the way across. Looks like it hit dead center here in the middle and then cracked across both ways. Ding on this side. Looks like something rubbed up against it. I don't know what that would have been. Let me grab the keys for us. We'll look in the trunk. Tail's in good shape. It looks good with the spoiler. Like I said, with the 6-cylinder, it's kind of silly. But teach their own, I guess. There's the original color again, that tan. It was an original tan color. Couple before me, I think, put the Tasmanian Devil stickers on there. I would pull them off if they wouldn't pull the stripes. It's not my favorite, but it'll work for now. Trunk's in good shape. It even has this trunk panel, which most of them, once people got into the tail lights, they would take them out. But the trunk is clean. Real clean. It doesn't show any signs of, major rust. It looks like it was painted at one point, but I think even, I don't know, maybe it's not perfect. I was just looking right here at this. I don't know if somebody fixed that or not. This isn't bolted down, so like I said, not perfect. Somebody used some silicone up here, I think probably to try and keep it from not leaking. You can see there's a little bit of rust up there. A little bit there. Under the trunk, pretty clean. This side of the car is pretty good. There are a couple spots I noticed. Looks like right here maybe a little bit starting, and then right here you can see there's a little bit of bubbling there. Overall though, down here you can see where the original paint is showing through. It's missing the emblem here. I have the emblem, it came off. So all in all, pretty straight old car. We'll open this door, show you the door panel. It's hard to see with the, man, I'm thankful it's not raining at the moment. Yeah, door panel, door sill, pretty dang clean. Bucket seats. The bucket seats need to be reupholstered. That's why they got covers on them. They were on there before I got it, but you can definitely tell that the seats need recovered. So yeah, I think I mentioned it. The car is for sale. I'm asking $10,500 for it. If you know anybody looking, today, well, yesterday was the 7th when I did a bunch of the recording. Today is the 8th when I'm giving you the walk around. So it is for sale. $10,500 would, somewhere close, would buy it. It does have a new 8 1/4 rear end, all new bearings, all new brakes, all new. The driveline was shortened and balanced with new U-joints, so that's all been done. I do have V8 parts for it. I've got a V8 bell housing, small block bell housing for that Overdrive 4-speed. I've got V8 torsion bars for the front suspension. I have, what else do I have? Oh, I've got 318 motor mounts that'll mount into the 6-cylinder cross member. Realistically, it has the big 5 lug in the rear. It could use disc brakes and a conversion to the big 5 lug in the front, the bigger bolt pattern 5 lug, and then they would match. I was going to keep it. I was going to keep it without the without power brakes. I was just going to do manual discs up front. It's got drums all the way around right now. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I didn't mention. Runs good, drives well. Little slanty car. A couple little spots with rust. The paint's not perfect. Like I showed you, it was tan and now it's yellow. It's a great start to a V8 project though. My goal had been to put a small block in it, keep the 4-speed overdrive so it got decent, so it cruised decent on the highway, and put a little deeper gear in it, like probably a 355 or a 373 or something in the back. That would probably a 355, because I think the next one in the Mopar is, if I'm not mistaken, is 391. But like a 355, so that it got out of its own way off the line, and then you put it in overdrive, and you can cruise down the highway, you know, and still have a little bit of power. Because if you're low in the RPMs on the 6-cylinder, you're moving back and forth from third and fourth a lot to get up hills in a timely manner. So anyway, that's the car. Hope you like it. She's cold. Wipers work. Heater works. Like I said, 2 of the 3 gauges work. But yeah, for reverse, you pull up on the stick, over, and back, and that's reverse. And there's first. All right, there's a walk around of my 1975 Plymouth Duster. Pretty neat car overall. I mean, it's got a few things that it needs. It's not perfect by any means. It's a great start on a cool hot rod project. The 4-speed's awesome. I love the bucket seats. The hood scoop and the spoiler I could have probably done without. It does have a new 8 1/4 rear end. It's got 320-to-1 rear gears. It is an open differential. It doesn't have a sure grip. It's got 4-wheel drum brakes. They're non-power. It does have power steering. It does have the overdrive 4-speed. It does have the bucket seats. It does have the spoiler and the hood scoop if you like that, and the front air dam, which I did put on. It looks fast, even though it's slow. It's really slow. It runs good. It drives out real nice. I had the front end aligned. Other than that, I really haven't done a whole lot to it. I've just enjoyed driving it and checking it out. Like I said, I wouldn't be selling it. I wanted to put a V8 in it and run it with the 4-speed, but that 1970 Dodge Coronet is calling my name, and that car is one that I ultimately want to build and dump some money into. So sadly, this one's got to go. If you know anybody that's looking for a 1975 Plymouth Duster with a 4-speed overdrive and want all the parts to make it into a V8, I've got the parts. I will sell it with the car. Hit me up in the comments or shoot me an email, mclovingarage@gmail.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions, or maybe even give you my number so you can call me. I would like to get it sold soon. Neat car. Just can't keep them all, and unfortunately I found something else not unfortunately. Fortunate for somebody else, I found something else, and this one can go to a new home. So leave a comment if you wouldn't mind. Have you ever had a Duster? Do you want a Duster? If you see something unique on the car that you found interesting, drop a comment below. If you, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video. If you would subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. Hope you have a great day. My name's Ryan. This is McLovin Garage. Thanks for being here. See you next time.